Krishna said, "There are literally 3 doors that lead directly to hell. Not a fiery underworld in some distant dimension, but a hell on earth. A state of constant suffering and self-torment that we create for ourselves. You probably walk through at least one of these doors every single day without even realizing it. But Krishna didn't just point out the doors, he gave us the key to lock them forever. Understanding this teaching is the first step to protecting your soul from a life of misery." In the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, a section dedicated to describing the divine and demonic natures, Krishna makes a stark and powerful statement. He says, there are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Let's break down these 3 forces, because their modern manifestations are often subtle and disguised. The first door is lust, or kama in Sanskrit. This isn't just about intense sexual desire, though that is one aspect. In its broader, more dangerous sense, lust is the insatiable craving for sense gratification of any kind. It's the desperate need to please the tongue with exotic foods, the ears with constant entertainment, the eyes with endless new sights and possessions. It's the feeling of "I must have it" that drives consumer culture. When lust takes control, the mind can think of nothing else. It creates a feverish obsession that promises happiness, but only delivers a fleeting moment of pleasure, followed by an even deeper sense of emptiness. The satisfaction is like trying to put out a fire by pouring gasoline on it. Each indulgence only makes the craving stronger and more demanding. It turns us into addicts, constantly chasing the next hit of stimulation. You can feel its presence in the mindless scrolling through social media, the obsessive desire for a new car or a bigger house, the feeling that your happiness is just one more purchase away. This is the first gate to hell because it guarantees a life of dissatisfaction. It is a promise that can never be kept. The second door is anger, or krodha. Krishna explains that anger is born from frustrated lust. When our intense desire for something is blocked, the energy of that desire transforms into the destructive fire of anger. Someone cuts you off in traffic, frustrating your desire to get home quickly. Anger arises. Your business deal falls through, frustrating your desire for wealth. Anger arises. Your partner doesn't meet your expectations, frustrating your desire for control or affection. Anger arises. Anger is a form of temporary insanity. When it takes over, our intelligence is clouded. We say and do things we would never do in a calm state of mind. We damage relationships, destroy our own peace, and create a wake of negative karma. The feeling of anger is a burning poison. It scorches the heart of the person who feels it long before it ever harms the intended target. It floods the body with stress hormones, creating a state of internal war that leads to physical and mental illness. You can see this door everywhere: in road rage, in political polarization, in family disputes, in the quiet, seething resentment we hold against those who have wronged us. It is a gate to hell, because a life dominated by anger is a life of constant conflict, bitterness, and pain. It turns the world into a battlefield and other people into enemies. The third door is greed, or lobha. Greed is the twisted cousin of lust. While lust is the desire to acquire and enjoy, greed is the desire to accumulate and hoard, far beyond what one needs or can even use. It is a deep-seated fear of lack, a spiritual poverty that no amount of material wealth can cure. The greedy person is never satisfied. Their first million only makes them crave their second. Their mansion only makes them covet their neighbor's bigger mansion. Greed makes a person hard-hearted and merciless. They become willing to exploit others, to cheat, and to cause harm in their relentless pursuit of more. It creates a state of perpetual anxiety, the constant fear of losing what one has, and the constant hunger for what one doesn't. You can feel this force in the obsession with the stock market, the hoarding of possessions that serve no purpose, the inability to be generous or charitable. It is a gate to hell because it traps the soul in an iron cage of I, me, and mine. It isolates us from others and from our own divine nature, which is inherently generous. A life of greed is a life of spiritual starvation, no matter how full the bank account may be. These three forces, lust, anger, and greed, are a toxic trinity. They work together, feeding off each other. Lust leads to anger when frustrated, and the endless pursuit of lust's objects is fueled by greed. They are called gates to hell because a person trapped in their cycle is living in a state of self-inflicted torment. Their mind is never peaceful. Their relationships are never stable. Their heart is never satisfied. This is the hell on earth Krishna warns us about, but his message is one of hope. He says, the man who has escaped these three gates of darkness performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. He provides the way out. The key is to consciously and deliberately choose to walk in the opposite direction. The antidote to lust is contentment, practicing gratitude for what you have instead of constantly craving what you don't. The antidote to anger is compassion, trying to understand the pain or ignorance that causes others to act harmfully, and cultivating forgiveness. The antidote to greed is generosity, the practice of selfless giving, which breaks the heart's fearful contraction and opens it to the flow of divine abundance. This is not a one-time fix. It is a lifelong practice. It requires self-awareness to recognize when you're approaching one of these gates. It requires the courage to stop, turn around, and walk toward the light of virtue, even when the pull of the darkness is strong. Krishna's teaching is an urgent call to mindfulness. Examine your daily life. Where are the subtle traces of lust, anger, and greed influencing your choices? Are you ready to close these doors forever and walk the path of liberation? If you want to learn more about these practical teachings that protect your soul and lead to ultimate peace, subscribe to our channel for more timeless wisdom from the Gita.